Hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Fit
Video.
Study Hall,
That's
is what we're
right.
calling this, because we have determined that we don't know a goddamn thing
We
about
are
the human body at
unlearned.
all. We are
Un
very unlearned based on our current experience
yes.
in watching these videos, and really me just watching them back while I edit them and going, "Oh, I'm an idiot." So I'd like to correct that somehow.
Yeah, how many
And
times could I not remember the word hernia over the first three
Yeah,
episodes?
yeah. At least twice. I'm glad that you have remembered the word hernia.
It's in there now. I'm learning.
Do you remember what you were misrepresenting it as?
I believe hemorrhoid.
Yeah,
I
two
thought it
very
was
different things,
hemorrhoid.
though sometimes both butt related. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
well.
want a herniated butt. That would be awful.
No, I don't think I would either. But let's hope that never happens during any of our workouts.
All right, so what are we going to do during this study hall? And we're not going to be talking about hemorrhoids for the duration. What are we going to be talking about?
Well, I thought that this would be a good way for us to learn something, and I decided to go on archive.org and look through like the Prelinger archives and the Cornet archives. And for anyone that
What the
doesn't know,
are those
yeah,
archives?
exactly. So for anyone that doesn't know what these are, they're basically they're classroom films from the past. Back in the day, your teacher would wheel out a 16 millimeter projector, and they would put on one of these movies to teach the children about various topics. So there's like a wide range of instructional videos, anything from human body related things like what we're going to watch today, and all the way to like fixing cars and military related things, and
Yeah,
just
how to bomb Japan was a very popular one.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few things related to that as well. Anyway, these have all been archived by archive.org, which is an online archive that's based out in San Francisco, and they have like
Hmm.
petabytes of content that they have been storing, and they've made it all free and accessible to the world. And these films are now considered to be copyright free.
Nice.
So we can do whatever the heck we want with them. You can even remix them, and they don't care.
Right.
So
If you
yeah.
are into any sort of like weird esoteric media of any type, archive.org is a place that is worth
Oh, it's
going to.
crazy. I mean, it has everything from every single Grateful Dead concert ever basically
Yeah.
recorded, audio recordings. There's like tons of different magazines that are saved there, lots of newspapers, all of news, like every 24-hour news network is recorded every single day to it, consistently so that it's always saved.
Anyway, archive.org, crazy. Go check it out. That's where we got this thing. Let's watch this thing.
All
Well,
right.
we were supposed to educate them on the body, not on the internet archive.
Yeah, fair point. All right. Well, let's get to the human body, the muscle system, and this is from 1952. So I'm sure it's going to be very outdated.
The title and the year will be on the test. Okay, so the Coronet is like a production company that made these things.
Correct. Yeah. Though I think Prelinger, the other big archive, was just a guy that collected stuff, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
College of Medicine, University of Illinois.
Lifting a
A lot of good medicine
150
there.
pound weight, all of us will agree, depends upon strong, well coordinated muscles.
Tough guy.
Very
Actions that
svelte.
involve the muscles of the body are practically endless.
Huh.
Yeah, see, guys back
Standing,
then they didn't get like all
running,
swole. They were just fit.
Well, it's because they didn't
dancing,
have steroids.
I guess that's true,
playing a
but
musical
I don't know
instrument,
when that turned, where it was all like in
masticating
this.
food.
Oh, masticating. Good
Mr.
word.
In
Schwarzenegger, I
fact,
think, is
any
largely
body
Yeah, I
responsible
guess
for
the
that's
that.
action
true.
of breathing, the beating of the heart involves
Holy
certain
Jesus.
muscles.
Oh well, yeah, these aren't of great
So do the
quality.
movements of the small
They're a
intestine.
pretty serial business. Look at this.
Considered together, the many muscles of the human body make up the muscular system.
We're trying to
The
consider
system,
that.
however, is actually
Is,
made
is
up
that
of
like a
three
model? That
kinds of
thing's
muscles.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's like it's yeah, it's a
Oh,
model.
Cardiac muscle,
oh yeah, it's like
found
one of
only in the
those
heart,
you
is
can
one
pull out
kind
the
of muscle.
pieces models.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
By
Those must have
taking a
cost a
specimen of
fortune.
cardiac muscle from this animal heart, and placing it under the
What do you
microscope,
want to bet that
we
was?
see it is feather-like in
Cow?
appearance.
What?
This
The
was an
function of the
animal heart.
cardiac
What
muscle
what
is
kind of heart do you want to
maintain the
bet that
pumping
was?
action of the heart.
Deer.
The beating of
Deer?
the heart is an involuntary action. So cardiac muscle is sometimes called
Like shot in
involuntary
Illinois,
muscle.
so I imagine they just went hunting.
Just get killed
Throughout
some
the
random
body, there are
animal.
many other
This is
involuntary muscles.
this is a
Muscles
lot.
that we cannot consciously control.
Okay.
These muscles are found in such internal organs as the esophagus,
Yeah. That's where you deep throat.
the stomach, the large and small intestines, and other structures whose movements are essential to internal body processes.
Okay.
Yes, but get to the abductor, please.
This is a specimen of involuntary
We already learned that
muscle
has
from
to
the
do with the
stomach.
hips.
By placing a section of this muscle under the microscope,
This
we
is
see that it
gross.
appears
I
quite gross.
hated biology
Smooth
when I was a
muscle
kid.
is another name
Like, I had a
given
really hard
most of
time
the
doing the
involuntary
dissections
muscles of the
because
body.
just like this is gross. I don't want.
Here is a
this
magnified view of the third kind of muscle.
Big fan of gore
It is
cinema, though.
striped.
Yeah,
or
see, I
striated.
don't understand why. I do
Striped
love
muscles
gore
are
movies,
voluntary muscles.
because
Muscles
I'm
we
intrigued by
can
how they
consciously
produce
control.
it.
Yeah.
But like any of those
The
like
voluntary
medical
muscles
shows
generally
on
control
A&E
body
and stuff when I
movement.
was a kid, if I'd suddenly watch them, they'd
Large
freak me the
groups of
f- out.
voluntary muscles
I remember
are
there was
found in
one
the
where some
face,
guy came in and
the
his
neck,
foot was
the
off,
trunk,
but just
the
hanging by
arms,
some skin.
and the legs.
Ugh.
Yep, yep.
Although a
Still there.
particular muscle
Still
may
see
be
it.
of the voluntary type,
Guy looks a little
it
slow.
may also be controlled in an involuntary manner.
Well, you can't really
An example of
express
such muscles
himself
are
properly
those
without
which control
eyelids,
the
right?
movement of the eyelids. We can open or close our eyelids at will. But our eyelids will close involuntarily if the eyes are subjected suddenly to bright light.
That's true.
This involuntary reaction is also called a reflex response.
Oh, it's like when you when they tap your yeah. Here we go.
Normally, we can move a leg at will.
Yeah.
But the voluntary muscles here will also respond in a reflex fashion. A light tap with a hammer will produce involuntary reflex movement.
Tonight, smash with this hammer.
In this film, we are concerned with the voluntary muscles.
Okay,
The
we don't
muscles
want
that
the
perform
involuntary
work
muscles.
by moving the body.
That was quite the deep dive around the bend there.
Yeah, why did they
Here
have
we
to really
dissected from
specify
an
that?
experimental animal.
Well, I mean, I guess
a
they
typical
want us to
striped
have a
or
well-rounded
voluntary muscle.
understanding.
I guess so. Looks like a piece
The
of
first
shit.
thing we notice about the muscle is its glossy, hard outer covering.
Ugh.
This covering of tough tissue is called the sheath.
Oh, boy.
By dissecting
Oh,
the
my
muscle,
God.
Jesus
we
Christ.
see that the outer sheath encloses a number of smaller sheaths.
Jesus, they really went all in on this shit.
Bind together and connect
My
much
God.
smaller bundles of striped or voluntary muscle cells, such as those we saw under the microscope. As in this simplified drawing, groups of muscle cells are attached to a nerve cell.
And they were really
which
trying to
provides
educate
the
people at this
stimulus
point in time.
necessary
You know?
for the muscle cells
Yeah,
giving
to
it a
perform
go.
their work.
It's true. This is exceptionally detailed, and it's
In
also
this drawing of a
it
single
explains it
group
quite
of
well.
voluntary muscle cells, we see that they are fibers. When stimulated by nerve impulses, a chemical reaction causes these fibers to contract. When an entire muscle moves,
I love this
thousands of such
animation.
groups of voluntary muscle cells are contracting.
Like this is all
The importance of the nerve impulse to
hand-done
muscular
animation.
contraction or movement can be demonstrated.
Oh, he's going to zap this like frog leg.
We have here part of a dissected frog's leg, including the muscle
Called a-
called the gastrocnemius.
gastrocnemius.
A comparable muscle in the human
Tasty,
is the
tasty
calf
muscle.
which
ever
extends
had
or
frog?
depresses the foot.
Yeah. You
don't
ever had
think
frog
I-
legs?
I'm not sure
The
if I
lower
have.
end of the frog's muscle is held
Pretty good.
stationary.
A little stringy.
Yeah, that's fair.
The other
They
end
seem
is
to be
attached
mostly
to a
muscle.
bar, which is movable.
Well, their legs
Any
are.
movements of
Yeah.
this bar can be traced on a revolving drum.
They're
In
gonna get
addition,
it to talk.
the muscle is wired to
No,
an
they're going to get it
electronic
to
stimulator.
move, you maniac.
I
Get
know,
it to
but it's
Charges
gonna.
talk.
from the stimulator can produce nerve impulses in the muscle.
What? It's not like
Frankenstein
the.
shit. These
No,
they could make
Knob
legs
controls
talk
the
back in
number
the
of
day.
electric
no.
impulses
Don't you remember
produced
the
by
Looney Tunes
stimulator.
cartoon with the
This knob controls
the
the
frog?
voltage of the
Hello, my
impulse.
honey. Hello, my baby.
I do.
Yeah.
Holding
Isn't
a
that what they're
few
doing?
Low voltage impulses
No?
through to the muscle
Oh,
causes
okay.
only a few of the
Sounds
many
similar to
muscle
that.
fibers to contract. So small contractions.
Well, then
of
why
the
did it need
entire
the
muscle are
writing
produced.
instrument? I don't understand.
This
Was
is
it
all that
not going to write
Frankenstein
it up?
shit. This was
As
the
the number
whole
of
inspiration
impulses
of
is
Frankenstein.
increased,
This
When they
exact.
a
realized,
higher voltage
yeah,
is
this
used.
experiment when they realized that they could like
More
zap
muscle fibers are
muscles and
stimulated.
make them
right,
move.
okay.
Yeah.
And the muscle undergoes greater
I
contractions.
thought you meant this movie from
On the
1952, which
trace
No,
would
I did
not.
not.
we
I
can
did
Okay,
not
compare
good.
the
Just
contractions
clarifying.
of the muscle produced by
Just want to
strong
make sure we
nerve
get the
Order
timeline
of
right.
yeah.
with those produced by
Timelines.
weak nerve
Timelines are
impulses.
important,
They
especially
are.
if we're considering this to be an educational, pursuit.
Yes, and it is. It's
As
a
shown
very
It
in this
is.
serious
schematic
Yes,
drawing
it's
educational
of
test.
very
several
Very
groups
serious.
of muscle
serious.
cells
There
and their
will be a
attached
test
nerve
at the end of
fibers,
all this.
weak
Oh wait,
stimuli
have we
may cause
decided
only
that?
one of groups of muscle
Who's
I've
cells.
said
testing
it.
who?
No,
You
we're
get-
testing the audience.
Okay.
Stronger stimuli
Yeah.
affect
We're
more
not writing the
groups of
test.
cells,
Jesus Christ.
thus producing a stronger contraction
There's
of
only
the
so
muscle.
much making a fool of myself
This
I can
action
commit
takes
myself
place
to.
within hundreds of muscle cells, having thousands
We're
of
definitely
fibers.
at that limit doing this
So
tape right now.
continuous
You're
contraction
at
of
that
the muscle
limit?
can take place
Yes.
as some muscle cell fibers contract and others relax. This basically is how the muscle cells perform the physiological or mechanical work of voluntary muscle contraction.
Cool.
It is these contractions which produce movement of the body skeleton. Voluntary
I mean, I
muscles
tell
are
you,
usually
I don't know if
attached
it's my
to two
attention
jointed
span or
bones.
just like my ability to consume information, but like I got that point, I feel
In
like
the
2
human
minutes
body,
ago.
the greater majority of muscles,
Yeah,
such as this
you're not
one
used to
located
this
in the
kind of
upper thigh,
speed. Everything's a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah,
are
this is
attached
a-
quicker
to the
these
bones by
days.
means of
It is.
tendons,
yeah.
dense bands
Yeah,
of
tendons.
inelastic tissue.
I do find the pacing of these
The large
types of
muscle in
films
the
to be
upper
very
arm,
soothing,
the
though.
biceps, is also attached by
A little-
tendons to the bones.
I got a little
Yeah,
more
there you go.
speedy.
The work of the biceps is to raise the forearm.
Well, but they're trying to
Let's look at the
instruct,
arm in
not
cross-section.
entertain, right? That's the difference, right?
Here
So-
we see the biceps
True.
and
But
the
I'm trying
tendons
to
of
pay
the muscle that
attention, not
attach it
to
the
be
bones.
distracted, and they're not making that job
In
easy.
this case, the bones of the forearm.
Well, we're also supposed to,
The end of
kibitz
the
and,
tendon or muscle that
and
is
talk
attached
shit
to the
here too.
stationary
Oh, we
muscle
are. That's
is
true.
called-
That's
So
true.
that's
But if I
what-
was an 8-year-old in 1954, then
The end of the muscle or tendon
I think
attached to the
an
movable
8-year-old
bone
in
is called
1954 was
the insertion.
a lot more apt to sit
All
and
voluntary
listen
muscles of the body
quietly
are
than they
paired.
would be these days.
I don't know how
The
true that is.
tricep
Maybe-
is the
maybe that's
muscle
not
paired
true.
with the biceps.
Yeah.
Or they get a
One of
paddle
the
in
pair
this
of
for
muscles contracts when
What kind of muscles
stimulated
we're
by
working
nerve
with?
impulses to raise the jointed bone.
When do they get to the buns, though?
sure. The
Flexor
buns. Let's see.
is the name given to
Wait.
muscles which raise jointed bones.
Flexor.
That's
The
not bad.
other of the pair of muscles has an opposite action. It contracts to lower the jointed bone.
So, like-
Extensor is the name given to muscles which lower jointed bones.
Okay, so this is the extensor, I guess.
Note that as
The
the
bottom?
flexor raises the bone,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
one that pulls
extensor
down.
relaxes.
Yeah. Okay.
And that as the extensor lowers the bone, the flexor relaxes.
Yeah, it's true.
This action is true of
Yeah,
all
it's
pairs
true.
of voluntary
I
muscles
felt
in
it.
the body.
My body works this way.
Hey, wow. Thanks, 1952.
We know that muscular
We can learn
action
so much from a
results
frog.
stimulation of the muscle cells.
Frog.
But what
They're
happens
ruining
to the
it.
muscle
It
cells
won't
when
even
they
taste
are
good after
stimulated?
all this work.
They've learned something from
Physiologists
it.
have
It gave
discovered
its
that
life for a
muscular
purpose.
contraction is
So that
by
we
and
may
large
learn.
a chemical process.
We all may
They have
learn.
discovered that muscle cells
I'm really
contain a
enjoying
variety
the,
of chemical compounds
distortion
which
on
break
the film.
down to provide energy.
I'm doing the. That's, for some
Some
reason,
of this
all of
energy
the
is used for muscular
dirt and
contraction.
scratches have gone blue.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Some energy is used to resynthesize
I feel like they
or
must
put
have
together
like
again essential chemicals to yield
pushed
energy
this
for
through
contraction.
like a chemical bath or something that did that. It's like just
Muscle
very
cells
odd.
contain many chemicals. Among them are three major compounds having complex names.
Or maybe that's
which
something
indicate
with
their
16, because
complex
I imagine
chemical
this would have come
structure.
from a 16 print.
Yeah,
Adenosine
wonder-
triphosphate, the first of these chemicals,
I may have gotten this one
abbreviated
from
as
AV
ATP,
Geeks, which is a YouTube
yields
channel.
energy for muscular
And they
contraction.
digitize,
The
they
second and
digitize
third chemicals,
16 mil and 8 millimeter content, and they put it up.
and
Um,
glycogen
so this might be
yield
through their
energy
process.
Glycogen, I love
resynthesize
glycogen.
ATP. Let's look at this process in a bit more detail.
If we must.
As we've said,
It
the
sort of
energy
feels like
for
there's a blue
muscular
filter.
contraction is yielded
It does
from
feel
the
like there's a
breakdown
blue
of
filter,
ATP.
Yeah, I think
a
because it's
complex
probably a
chemical
pretty
compound.
faded print.
Oh yeah, so it's probably all red is what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
probably
At the
all
very
red. They've
same
put a blue
time, this
filter on
breakdown
it to make
occurs.
it
Yeah.
look that way. Ah,
Phosphocreatine,
wow.
the second chemical
But
compound, breaks
we're
down
getting
to
off
yield
topic
energy
here.
to
That's true.
resynthesize
I'm like
ATP.
slipping into things we might know about, ignoring the things we definitely do not.
Simultaneously, the third chemical compound, glycogen, breaks
Glycogen,
down
that's
to
my favorite
yield
one.
energy to resynthesize phosphocreatine.
Oh my God.
In
Does this
addition,
feel like you're
the
back at
breakdown of
school?
glycogen produces another chemical
Yeah.
compound
This is where they like
called
so like
lactic acid.
leave this stuff for the
Part of the
page.
lactic
Like
acid
print this
produced
stuff out. I don't
combines
need
with
you don't need to
oxygen to yield
No, yeah,
energy
you're not
from the
wrong. We don't want
remainder
to
of the
hear
lactic
this on
acid
the
no,
to
no. Yeah, I just
resynthesize
want you to show
glycogen.
me cool shit that's gonna make me
The
interested.
important thing
Yeah.
we
And
should
then I
remember
have the
about
thing
this
that I
like
can
complex process
study.
explosions. Okay, so
is
Yeah.
that the breakdown of
how would
certain
you
chemicals
make this
yields
better?
energy.
I would have moved on
Energy
to
for
the next
muscular
interesting
contraction
section and
and
cut this
energy to
part.
resynthesize essential chemicals.
That's what I would do.
I mean, it's almost
But
over.
even from
So.
this
It's almost
brief
over, so
indication
there's
of the
no more
chemistry of the
interesting
voluntary
parts.
muscles,
No,
We
no,
got the
this is.
frog
it is
leg was
evident that these highly
tip of the
Well, I mean,
complex
iceberg.
organs which
technically,
direct
the frog leg
movement of
was the
human body
interesting
and
part.
It
skeleton
was.
Yeah.
should be well cared for if the body is to function properly. To accomplish this, the muscles should be exercised daily.
Well, this is
Daily.
what we're learning
Proper
now.
body posture and competitive sports.
I wish
did
they
not
would have
think-
shown me
Many
this
ways we
video
can
in when
exercise
I was
our
in school,
muscles.
then maybe I wouldn't be trying to figure this out
By
in my
strengthening
30s.
and stimulating them, we soon see the infinite
How
variety
do you think I
of
feel? I'm
work
in my 40s.
these versatile
Well, don't tell
organs
anyone.
of the muscular system
Wait, I just did.
in our body.
Oh no.
Well, we can't be influencers if we're old.
Oh, that's okay. There you go. The end.
That was something.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like there was some things to learn there.
I
We
didn't learn
learned.
anything about the abductor muscle. That's what I thought we were doing here.
You wanted me to find something specific about the abductor muscle.
I thought it was going to be like the hip bone is connected to the leg bone, except for the muscle version of that.
I'm sorry that it couldn't be.
That was way too hardcore educational for me.
Do you want me to try to, I don't know, jazz these up for the next one?
I don't need to jazz anything up.
Okay.
I mean, I just
Okay.
that's what I thought I was
This is
getting.
this is a learning experience. There's going to be some boring parts to this process.
I don't accept boring.
You don't accept boring? That's why
No.
we're here. We're supposed to make it fun.
There's
And
only
I
so much we
think-
can do.
I think you rolling your eyes and complaining about how bored you are is actually entertaining. So I think we're probably going to be okay.
So that was the first version of study hall. I mean, the
Study
second
hall.
version we get. I mean, I don't want you to spruce it up. I just want you to find better stuff. That's I think what I'm getting at.
Look, I can't help what they were creating in the 1950s. And I also would like to utilize things that are free and clear of any copyright.
I understand
infringement.
that, but we're here to find gems, not duds.
I
mean,
I had no idea that that was going to be a dud, and I'll have you know that every time that we get a tape, it could be a dud. We have no idea.
look, we haven't found a dud yet.
Yeah, we've done 2 so far, so.
We haven't even finished the
I
second
mean,
one.
oh, so there you go. I don't think we have enough data to really pronounce that as matter of factly
That's
as you
fair.
did.
I suppose
Yeah,
that's fair.
it's
Well,
based
this was a
on an algorithm.
worthy experiment. Did you, the audience, learn anything from this? What is glycosine? There's my test. What is glycosine?
Right in the
Fill it
comments.
out in the comments.
Yeah, please. Please tell us if you learned what glycosine is, 'cause apparently neither of us did.
No.
And we still don't know what the hell an abductor is. Maybe we'll
No.
get there one day.
Hopefully.
Maybe we can have Greg on someday, and we can ask him what the abductor is.
That's a worthy goal. I
Yeah.
think I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibilities. Yeah.
Fly up to Alaska.
Yeah. Is he still there? I wasn't
I would
clear.
assume that he's still there. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was in Guam at one point. Anyway,
He's a man. Yes. Well,
we'll cover that in another episode.
We'll get there. Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's it. Study hall's closed. We're shutting this thing down. We'll see you the next time when Morgan finds us a better educational video.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best.
You do it,
Bye.
or you'll be in detention.
Oh, okay. Bye.